Patrick Mahomes has ruled the AFC for years, but 2025 might just be his toughest test yet. The AFC West is heating up with new quarterbacks, fresh coaching staffs, and dangerous defenses. But the real question is, who's the real threat to dethrone the Chiefs this season? From the revamped Chargers to a surging Bengals squad, the competition is fierce. Let's break it all down in this full AFC preview. Trust me, you'll want to watch this one till the end. The Los Angeles Chargers have retooled and reloaded. After missing the playoffs in 2024, they made major coaching changes, bringing in a more aggressive offensive system that suits Justin Herbert's arm. With Herbert finally healthy and surrounded by young, explosive weapons like Quentin Johnston and running back Kamani Harris, the Chargers aren't just trying to compete, they're trying to win the division. Their defense, led by Joey Bosa and Derwin James, is now paired with a sharper game plan that focuses on pressure and turnovers. Chiefs fans know the Chargers always play Kansas City tough. Herbert has taken Mahomes to the edge before. If they can avoid late-game collapses, this might be their year to truly challenge the Chiefs for the AFC West crown. Las Vegas might finally be turning a corner. Aiden O'Connell has quietly become one of the most efficient young quarterbacks in the league. The Raiders have tailored an offensive system to his strengths: quick reads, high-percentage throws, and utilizing elite receiver Davante Adams in space. Josh Jacobs is back and hungry, and the O-line is significantly improved. Don't overlook their defense either. Max Crosby is still a force of nature off the edge, and the secondary is loaded with fast, physical players. While not a favorite, the Raiders could be that surprise team that beats contenders when they least expect it. Mahomes has historically dominated the Raiders, but if Vegas plays clean and physical, they could turn the tide in the AFC West. Russell Wilson's career is on the line in Denver. After 2 underwhelming seasons, the Broncos are giving him one more shot with a newly restructured offense and added receiver help. The run game, led by Javonte Williams, will be key in opening up play-action opportunities. Denver's defense, especially cornerback Patrick Surtain II, is still elite. The Broncos are a mystery team. They could implode, or they could surprise everyone by stringing together a playoff push. Mahomes has never lost to Denver in the regular season, but rivalry games are never easy. If Wilson recaptures even 80% of his old Seattle magic, this team can make things interesting in the AFC. Let's be honest, the Buffalo Bills are the team most experts point to as Kansas City's biggest playoff threat. Josh Allen is a dual-threat machine, capable of taking over games by himself. With Stephon Diggs, rookie sensation KJ Monroe, and an elite defensive front led by Von Miller and Ed Oliver, the Bills have the tools to go the distance. The only problem? They've run into Mahomes time and time again, and lost. Still, you can never count them out. Their defense pressures the QB like no other, and if Allen avoids turnovers, they're a legit Super Bowl team. Arrowhead versus Buffalo has become the AFC's version of a Super Bowl. Will 2025 be the year they finally break through? If you want explosive, look no further than Miami. With Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, and a matured Tua Tagovailoa, the Dolphins can score from anywhere on the field. But it's not just speed, they've added physicality on defense, especially up front. Miami's game plan against Kansas City has always been to try and outpace Mahomes. But can they match the Chiefs in high-pressure moments? Tua has grown more poised under center, and coach Mike McDaniel is an offensive wizard. If they stay healthy and Tua continues his upward trajectory, Miami is absolutely a threat to knock anyone off in the AFC. The Patriots may not be flashy, but they're always dangerous. Built on defense and a smart run-first offense, they grind opponents down and force you to make mistakes. Rookie QB Jackson Daniels brings a fresh mobility and accuracy that Belichick-style football hasn't had in years. While they lack the star power of other teams, their discipline and playoff mindset make them a trap team in the AFC. They've given Mahomes fits before, especially in Foxborough. With one of the stingiest defenses and a proven formula, New England could absolutely crash the playoff party. Joe Burrow. That name alone gets Kansas City fans' attention. The Bengals are one of the few teams that have gone toe-to-toe with Mahomes and come out on top. Burrow is fearless, calculated, and backed by Ja'Marr Chase, T. Higgins, and a vastly improved offensive line. Defensively, they've drafted well and have a fast, aggressive secondary. Cincinnati has AFC championship pedigree and they play loose, confident football. If Kansas City wants another ring, they might have to go through Burrow again. And he's not backing down. You can never predict what Lamar Jackson will do next. His dual-threat capability keeps every defense guessing, and when he's healthy, he's one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. The Ravens have built a more balanced offense and improved their receiving core, and their defense is always physical and turnover-prone. Mahomes versus Lamar has always been a fun battle. Baltimore's speed and aggressive mentality make them a legitimate threat, especially if Lamar stays in MVP form. Don't be shocked if they make a deep playoff run. The AFC South might be the most unpredictable division. The Jaguars, led by Trevor Lawrence, are stacked with offensive talent and ready to break out. The Titans are still dangerous thanks to Derrick Henry and a physical style that punishes opponents. And the Texans? Watch out, they're building something special. With a young QB like C.J. Stroud and a defense ranked top 10 last season, they could shock a lot of teams. The Chiefs can't afford to overlook these matchups. Every game matters in the seeding race. It won't be easy, but that's nothing new for the Chiefs. With Patrick Mahomes still in his prime, Andy Reid calling the shots, and stars like Travis Kelce, Chris Jones, and Rashee Rice stepping up, Kansas City knows how to win when it matters. The road to the Super Bowl runs through them, but the margin for error is slimmer than ever. Staying healthy, protecting Mahomes, and making clutch defensive stops will be key. Chiefs Kingdom, this season's going to be a roller coaster. But if history tells us anything, it's never wise to bet against Mahomes. Before we look outside, let's talk about the inside. The Kansas City Chiefs have dominated the AFC not just because of Patrick Mahomes, but because of a deep, well-coached roster. The offensive line has been a massive strength, giving Mahomes time to work his magic. Rashee Rice is emerging as a reliable WR1, while Travis Kelce continues to defy age. On defense, Chris Jones remains the anchor, and the young secondary has matured. But here's the concern: depth. Injuries to key players have derailed past Chiefs teams, especially late in the season. And with the AFC getting deeper, can KC afford even a 3-game slump? Fans also wonder if the WR room has enough firepower beyond Rice. As always, Mahomes is the ultimate X-factor, but he'll need help. Every season, it's not just the stars who define the playoff race, it's the X-factors. In 2025, keep your eyes on these potential game-changers. Zay Flowers, Ravens. Entering year 2, he's becoming Lamar's go-to target. Tank Dell, Texans. A breakout slot receiver who's already lighting up secondaries. James Cook, Bills. If he takes the RB1 role fully, it changes Buffalo's offense. Marvin Mims, Broncos. Could be Russell Wilson's deep threat spark. Isaiah Spiller, Chargers. Expected to take a big step forward and help balance the run/pass. These players may not dominate headlines yet, but come November, they could be turning points in matchups against the Chiefs. Chiefs Kingdom always has opinions, and so does the rest of the NFL. Online forums, social media, and podcasts are buzzing with predictions. Some fans say the Bengals will finally finish the job. Others believe Buffalo's luck has run out. And surprisingly, more fans than ever are hyping up the Texans and Jaguars as 2025 surprise playoff spoilers. Let's throw it to you. Who do you think is the biggest threat to Patrick Mahomes? Will we see a repeat Super Bowl run, or is the AFC crown up for grabs? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We'll feature top predictions in the next episode. Chiefs Kingdom is the loudest and smartest fanbase out there, so let's hear it. 2025 isn't just about superstar QBs, it's also about the men with the headsets. Coaching in the AFC has seen a major shakeup this year. The Chargers hired Ben Johnson, the former Lions OC, who's now building an aggressive and creative offense tailored for Justin Herbert. The Raiders have paired Luke Getsy with Aiden O'Connell, aiming for a play-action-heavy system like we've seen work in Green Bay. Then there's Mike McDaniel in Miami, continuing to innovate with pre-snap motion and mismatches. Sean Payton in Denver is on the hot seat, and it's do or die for his coaching legacy. Meanwhile, Buffalo's Sean McDermott continues to be a defensive wizard. Compare all of that to Andy Reid, the gold standard. His system evolves, his play calling remains unmatched, and his ability to maximize talent is why KC stays on top. We're entering legacy territory for Patrick Mahomes. With 2 Super Bowl rings and multiple MVPs, the narrative has shifted. Now the question is, Can Mahomes create a dynasty? Every great QB, from Brady to Montana, reached a moment where they had to go through intense league-wide challenges to cement their greatness. For Mahomes, 2025 might be that year. The AFC is loaded with elite QB talent: Burrow, Allen, Lamar, Herbert, and young risers like Stroud and Lawrence. The media is already whispering, has the gap closed? But Mahomes has always thrived under pressure. His playoff stats, clutch moments, and ability to bounce back are unmatched. He's not just playing for the season. He's chasing a Hall of Fame legacy, GOAT status, and a third ring that would put him in rare company.